after catching his wife sitting on another man's lap. In public, Mike furiously confronted his father-in-law about the scene. To his shock, instead of rebuking his daughter, his father-in-law told Mike to stay patient a bit longer. Enraged Mike could only yell at his wife, "She's my daughter before your wife." But his father-in-law jabbed a finger in his face, warning him to mind his words. As if Mike were the guilty one, not his wife. Onlookers lingered, apparently waiting for Mike to turn into the joke. Facing such shame, Mike had no option but to choke down his pride. His father-in-law was a feared local gang boss, famous for his cruelty. Someone Mike couldn't risk crossing. Just when Mike hoped patience might restore calm, his wife's actions only worsened. She openly brought a man home, and even walked him out right before Mike, without any shame. At that instant, Mike finally snapped. He flipped on the lights, trying to let his wife see that he knew it all, but had been sparing her some face. Instead of regret, she brushed it off lightly, claiming they were only chatting, and nothing occurred. Mike stayed silent and headed upstairs. He had long abandoned the marriage. His sole worry now was his son. His wife, however, appeared ready for this. She whined to her father, attempting to make him push Mike to file for divorce. When Mike heard of this, he felt empty. He actually wanted to ditch this woman. But his father-in-law's terms were impossible. Not only did he plan to kick Mike out of the house, but he also meant to keep his grandson. Mike exploded in fury. He could surrender everything else, but his son must remain with him. He rose and stormed out, resolved to battle them forever. The next day, the father-in-law dispatched 2 men to drive Mike and his son to an amusement park. Despite his doubts, Mike couldn't say no. At the park, his father-in-law was already there. He had his men whisk the boy away, then sat alone with Mike on a Ferris wheel. When they hit the top, Mike stared in terror as his wife departed with their son. It had all been a setup. Mike struggled but faced a gun barrel. Utterly helpless, his father-in-law never intended to let him live. They bound Mike inside a deserted RV and soaked the inside with gasoline. Soon fire would swallow